Welcome everybody to Ridiculously Raw, a very important Ridiculously Raw. Night one of the 2018 Superstars Shakeup, and man alive, what a night we had here tonight. Let's not waste any time. I want to try to keep this show as quickly as we can, so not too much time, you guys. So with all that being said, let's move on and get it going. And before we do start, I'm hoping that MF and I can agree on this. I think we should do away with our respective segments for the week and focus entirely on the Superstar Shakeup. So I'm thinking for this week only, no Tony's take and no Mikey's mindset. Is that good with you, MF?
I'm fine with that. Deal.
All right. So no Tony's take, no tonight, and we'll have some news on Cerebral Smack Talk in just a minute. MF's going to have a big announcement about that. So I'm not going to steal his thunder on that one. So with all that being said, let's dive right on in because we're going to focus entirely this week on the Superstar Shakeup. However, we will bring back our segments next week. So that's it. So with all that being said, here we go. Monday Night Raw live tonight from the XL Center, or as Bullock and I still call it to this day, the Hartford Civic Center in Hartford, Connecticut, exclusively on the USA Network. General Manager Kurt Angle, we thought he was going to announce the first casualty of SmackDown Live, and well, he didn't get a chance to do it because Sunil Singh shows up, and you see Sunil Singh, it only means one thing: the modern day Maharaja Jinder Mahal is on Monday Night Raw. Great, the charisma sucker vacuum. All right. So, okay. I was not too thrilled about that, but then when Kurt Angle announced that he was going to defend the United States Heavyweight Championship against Jeff Hardy, okay. Brother Nero. Well, winner of the match within 11 minutes, and the new United States Heavyweight Champion, Brother Nero, Jeff Hardy. He now becomes the 20th Grand Slam champion in WWE history. I got to say, second best fight of the night on this. I'm going to give this a solid 3 stars for the effort. I mean, Bullock and I had a lot of fun with this match, especially the outcome. Nice match for two guys with something to prove. I mean, for Jinder, he's still trying to justify the big push that he was given. And I'm personally curious to see how Jeff's going to hold up as a singles act at this point in his life. I mean, he's over 40 years old, and he's got more mileage on his body than a lot of 40-year-old men do. But you wouldn't know it from watching this fight. Question is, could Jeff Hardy end up taking the United States Heavyweight Championship to SmackDown Live as part of the Superstar Shakeup? Well, we'll find that out literally tomorrow night when MF, Bullock, and I and other members of our Forum and Strictly Sports family join us for SmackDown Live in our neck of the woods at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. Keep your eye on our respective Facebook and or Instagram sites because we're going to have several photos and videos. You can believe that. So solid 3 stars for the effort. I'm happy with the outcome. I can't say I'm all that happy about Jinder Mahal being on Monday Night Raw. I mean, I'm still not sold on him, but it is what it is. So solid 3 stars. MF, I mean, I know you're probably breathing a huge sigh of relief knowing the charisma sucker vacuum is no longer on your show. He's no longer your problem. He's my problem now.
Well, I'm gonna openly admit it. This entire night, if you really think about it, Monday Night Raw really, like, if you're a SmackDown Live fan, you're breathing a sigh of relief because the majority of the people that went tonight, not many big names. That is huge. With SmackDown tomorrow in Providence, I am thinking I'm wondering what Shane and Paige has. I hope we reap the rewards that I think we're gonna get. So we'll talk about it. The Jinder Mahal move, yes, not a big loss initially, but we lost the United States title. That's a problem. If you're SmackDown Live, that's a major problem. We don't have a secondary belt on the show. Does that mean now that Jeff Hardy's won the title, is Jeff coming our way? Is the Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins, is he coming our way? So we don't know what the ramifications is as of yet. We'll find that out tomorrow. But 3-star fight, I agree with that. Congratulations, Jeff Hardy, on winning the United States Championship, becoming the Grand Slam champion. Congrats. Now, let's see where the chips fall here. Does Brother Nero come my way? And do I truly get to be doing the they shall fade away and classify themselves as obsolete every Tuesday night from now on? I would like to. We'll see. Or are we going to be yelling, burning it down every Tuesday night? Find out, and we'll see it all. All will be told tomorrow. Cannot Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, I mean, this was definitely, a great way to start off this edition of Raw. I mean, yeah, I'm not that big on the Jinder Mahal coming to Monday Night Raw, but hey, it's no longer SmackDown Live's problem. But yeah, I mean, Kurt Angle says, you know what, you're going to defend your title tonight, and it's against Jeff Hardy. And yeah, I agree, it was a 3-star match, second best fight of the night, and yeah, congratulations, Jeff Hardy, the 20th Grand Slam champion in WWE history. And now he joins an elite group of superstars to hold that prestigious title. So, yeah, I mean, what does this mean? Could Jeff Hardy be going to SmackDown Live with the U.S. title? Or could Seth Rollins be going to SmackDown Live with the Intercontinental title? We'll find out for ourselves tomorrow night. So nothing more to say. Dee Woodson, come on in. Your thoughts on all this?
Definitely a 3-star match. Good riddance, at least from SmackDown's point of view, for Jinder. But I'm sorry, Raw, you got to put up with him now. So, and now with him possibly throwing a hissy fit because my boy came home with the title. So, looking forward to seeing what's going to happen tomorrow night, who we get off of Raw. I just saw on Twitter that now they're saying that SmackDown also lost Chad Gable. So he's now supposedly officially on Raw. So we'll have to see what happens there as well. So, Florio, it's yours.
Wow, Chad Gable coming to Monday nights. I'm all in on that. I mean, I've been very high on him ever since they put him with Shelton Benjamin. I mean, he's improved leaps and bounds, and now let's see how he does as a singles competitor.
Or is it possible they might team him up with
Jordan?
Jason Jordan if he ever comes back? Could we
bring back American Alpha?
Get American Alpha reunited?
I hope so.
It's possible now, but also that stinks for Shelton Benjamin. What happens with him now?
Maybe he goes into a singles career too. I don't know. We'll
and then getting back to the U.S. title, I told you this, Florio, Fletch, and Dee, you're knowing this now. It was announced now that Jeff Hardy will defend the United States Championship against Jinder Mahal at the Greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia come next Friday.
That is true. Jinder has invoked the rematch clause. So, well, shake-up fun just beginning. Let's continue on here. Women's action. Sasha Banks one-on-one with Bayley. 8 minutes and 55 seconds. The fight ends in a no contest. It's an automatic NA from all of us because you know the rule. If it ends in a no contest, it's an automatic NA. Well, there's a reason why it ended in an NA. The newest additions, you notice I said additions, plural, coming from SmackDown Live to Monday Night Raw, the Riot Squad, all 3 members. Sarah Logan, Liv Morgan, and my Punk Princess and Dark Angel, Ruby Riott. Yes! MF.
And you notice what she was wearing for her attire, the color.
She was wearing raw red, and she never looked so good. My Punk Princess and Dark Angel. MF, you just lost your dominant faction.
Well, did we really? Did the Riot Squad do anything on SmackDown Live, Florio? I don't think so. And not only that, we didn't lose Naomi. We haven't lost Becky Lynch. We still have the Queen Charlotte Flair. To me, SmackDown wins. Okay, we lost the Riot Squad. That means we lost a dominant faction. Could we get absolution in because of this? It's very possible. Paige is now the general manager. Could we get oh well, how am I gonna say this? I can't refer to her about I can't refer one because if I refer to her like Corey Graves go, Dee Woodson's gonna go all over my tail. So I gotta be very careful what I'm about to say here. I guess
Use your words wisely.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Bullock. I didn't need a reminder. Thank you. Could we get I guess the golden beauty of Mandy Rose? Could we also get Sonya Deville of Absolution and have them come over to our house? So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm also very interested to see what we get back in return. We lost 3. Well, actually, we lost more than 3. We lost somebody else, and we'll get into that later. But yeah, the fights in NA, absolute from the Riot Squad, I don't mind. They didn't really do much on SmackDown Live, so I don't have any ill will for them. I wish them nothing but the best. Nice way to make an impact, but for me, again, no effect. It did not hurt, at least at this point. So I hope, and please, Dee, please tell me there's no bombs coming on the women's end, because I know you talked about the Chad Gable, which is that was a big surprise, but I hope I don't hear that I lost one of the girls on SmackDown Live. We need them. Predominantly, we need them. So we'll wait and see. Michael Bullock, to me, this was not a major loss. I don't see any major losses here.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Fletch. I mean, I don't think it's really that much of a big loss for SmackDown Live, because, like you just mentioned, you didn't lose Becky Lynch, you didn't lose Charlotte. I mean, yeah, they were a dominant faction. So, but the last thing the Raw women's division needed is another faction. Well, they got it now, and of course, the Riot Squad. So, who knows what big things they have planned for them? So there's really nothing more to say. So, yeah, the fight was in NA. So, Dee Woodson, our resident women's expert, what are your thoughts on the Riot Squad coming to Raw? Can we expect better things for them?
Possibly. Not. I'm with Fletch on it. I didn't see them doing a whole heck of a lot. With SmackDown, so but them coming to Raw, that this could be good, because I mean, you could be seeing Ronda Rousey mixing it up with them, or or whatever. I've been sitting here also trying to keep track of the trades. So far, we have Zach, Mojo, and Gable all going to Raw. And it looks like Ascension's going to Raw. So I'm watching the WWE Twitter page, so I'll keep you updated as I find it out. So not much more I had to say about it. Florio, go ahead.
Yes, please keep us posted, Didi. If you have to, post something in our chat box if you have to. So
I would, but I'm on my phone, so I can't post in the chat box.
Oh, you can't do it on chat box. Okay. If you need to cut in, please feel free to. So, all right. If I was to give a rating, I would have given it 2.5 for the effort, but it is an NA. But Emmett brought up the interesting points. Does this mean Paige will be reunited with Mandy and or Sonya on SmackDown? Does the Riot Squad mean attacking Sasha and Bayley mean the bickering buddies will end up getting back on the same page to feud with them rather than splitting up? It would explain why we have not seen a definitive heel turn for either Sasha or Bayley. So definitely interesting. Yes, I know the Riot Squad didn't really do anything on SmackDown Live except, beatdowns and whatnot, but it is what it is. So, but I'm happy, especially Ruby Riott, because you know how high I've been on her. So makes me a very happy man to have my Punk Princess and Dark Angel on Monday Night Raw. Oh, be still my beating heart. Okay, let's move on. Authors of Pain making their Raw debut against Heath Slater and Rhino. You know how that ends. AOP takes them down in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. That's a no rating to a dud. That's a cutout. We're not going to waste time on that. Here we go. Miz TV segment. The Miz and the Miz Taraj in the ring talking up. Now, this was the segment here. As far as that opening segment goes, I forgot to mention that opening segment with Angle, Mahal, and Hardy. That was the second best segment of the night here. This was the segment of the night coming up here. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert here. It was Miz TV, with the Miz Taraj and 2 special guests coming over from SmackDown Live. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They have been signed to Monday Night Raw, and it was Commissioner Stephanie McMahon who undermined the authority of Kurt Angle, bringing both Kevin and Sami, as they were fired from SmackDown Live by Daniel Bryan, and stay fired by virtue of them losing to Daniel Bryan and Shane O'Mac at WrestleMania. But wait, there was more. Kurt Angle got a phone call from Shane McMahon and Paige. The Miz is coming back to SmackDown Live at the request of Daniel Bryan. Okay, a lot to digest here, but not much time to do it. So, Michael Bullock, we started with you here. We had a lot of fun with this segment, and you remember I told you how much I loved seeing Miz Taraj, Miz, Owens, and Zayn, bouncing around and like little boys, or like the Harper Wolfpack winning the Calder Cup in that arena. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. But all kidding aside, Owens and Zayn to Raw, and the Miz is going back to SmackDown Live at the request of our yes man, Daniel Bryan. Fight for your dreams.
Well, as far as the segment, I thought it was a good segment. I mean, we were all caught by surprise with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn going to Raw, but of course, obviously, Stephanie McMahon doing it behind Kurt Angle's back. So there's still a little bit going on between the two after WrestleMania. But Kurt Angle with the news, of course, of The Miz going back to SmackDown Live at the request of Daniel Bryan. Whoa. Could this mean we could finally get a feud, a match with the yes man Daniel Bryan and The Miz finally, after all the verbal jabs they've had? Well, Florio, I think there's only one thing we can say about that, and that is yes, 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 yes. That's what I got to say about that. And Fletcher, I mean, I'm pretty sure you gotta be. I mean, if this happens, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be real beaming about this one. So, yeah, there's really nothing more for me to say on it. So, Dee Woodson, what are your thoughts on all this?
Yeah, I'm very curious to actually see Miz and Daniel tangle it up here. But this was a very, very good segment, especially with the announcement of the match that that's going to happen at the main event. And at this particular time, we're all wondering who that mystery opponent's going to be that's teaming up with them. As for our other thing, they haven't added anybody else to Raw yet, but they have announced that Chad Gable will be in singles. So no tag team for Chad Gable. So, Florio, I'm tossing it back to you.
Yeah, segment of the night for me, like I said. I mean, I love that Miz is going back to SmackDown Live. I mean, he appeared to be on the verge of breaking out of that secondary title picture on SmackDown Live before they moved him to Monday Night Raw, where he spent pretty much the entire year in the Intercontinental picture. I'm curious if he and Maurice were moved because they didn't want to have the other heel husband and wife team of Mike and Maria Kanellis on the same brand. And it was also reported that Mike Kanellis has been moved to Monday Night Raw. And if he's on Raw, I'm pretty certain that's going to mean new Mommy Maria is going to be coming home to Monday Night Raw, where she originally made a name for herself, way back when. But, our girl Dee Woodson, one of our personal all-time favorites. And but in all seriousness, this does not seem to bode well for the Miz Taraj. But we're going to see what they have in store for them down the road going forward. But this was an overall solid segment. It was the segment of the night. Like I said, I love Miz moving to SmackDown to finally pay off of the feud with Bryan. I fully expect a match with those two at Backlash, Prudential Center. Roof's coming off. The pop Daniel Bryan's going to get that night is going to be bigger than any double Stanley Cup celebration in that venue. So, well, that was actually in the Meadowlands, but that's a story for another day.
And the Miz is going to get crucified.
Oh, yeah. The reaction to him going to SmackDown was priceless as well. His face was, looks could kill. Oh, Miz would be on death row. But nonetheless, and Kevin and Sammy, they were just glorious egomaniacs here. So that was awesome. So, segment of the night. Well done, everybody. So, MF, the awesome one's coming home.
And I couldn't be any more happier. I'm so thrilled to have The Miz back on SmackDown Live. This is where he shined the best. Don't get me wrong. He was good on Monday Night Raw, but what really made him a star was on SmackDown Live. The talking smack, the interactions with Daniel Bryan, that nonstop brawling, that would really made him a household name. It's so good to have him back in Team Blue, and I don't know what's gonna happen, in the grand scheme of things. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for something huge, and it's good to have the Miz back. He's finally it looks like we're getting the feud that we've been dying for. The fans have been talking about it. It's gonna happen. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz finally is gonna go down. If you build this right, this could be the feud of the year. It could be the feud of the year. I cannot wait for it to happen. Oh, man. Welcome home, Miz. That's all I'm gonna say. Welcome home. Bullock. Yeah.
And I'm telling, and I'm thinking this, Fletch. What if they start the build to it tomorrow night?
Let's go. Let's start.
I'm down with that.
I cannot wait now. This is gonna put butts in the seats, eyes on the screen, and there's some leftover tickets at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. Now that we know The Miz is going to be there and we know Daniel's going to be there, because as of right now, Daniel has not been traded at this hour. tickets are going to sell out because of the fact that The Miz and Daniel are going to be in that ring, maybe in the ring. They're going to be in the arena. It's going to happen. Oh, my God.
Let the verbal jabbing begin once again.
Backlash. That's what's going to be. It's got to be Backlash.
Please, WWE, make this happen at Backlash.
It's got to be. You can't hold this. You can't hold it any longer. So, okay, back to the cutouts here. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt against the Revival. Winning team will face the Bar for the vacant Raw Tag Team Championship in Saudi Arabia as part of the Greatest Royal Rumble. No big surprise here. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt got the win. 5 minutes and 25 seconds. Solid 2-star match. It was okay, but it never really felt locked in or as if they really got going, to be honest. And then in a backstage segment, another detriment to Monday Night Raw. We get Breezango. Really? Campy comedy nonsense. Are you literally trying to sabotage Monday Night Raw? Are you trying to turn us into the second-rate B show and make SmackDown Live the A show again?
Welcome to Breezango.
Breezango, give me a break, please. This is an atrocity. Yeah, I had to pull a Jesse montage here. That's an atrocity. I mean, first Jinder Mahal, now this.
And maybe Breezango doesn't like your fashion, Florio.
I could give two craps to what they think.
Whoa, touche.
You don't like my style?
Man, a man of good faith, he lost his faith on Breezango real quick. Damn.
I don't like campy comedy nonsense.
That didn't take long.
I'm sorry. I'm a by-the-book guy. You know that. So that's all there is to say. I'm a no-nonsense, by-the-book guy. That's how I was raised. So, all right. With that nonsense aside, moving on. Okay, this is better. Another backstage segment. Hey, Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey. Backstage segment. And Kurt says he has a surprise for Ronda. And I'm like, okay. Honestly, I was expecting Charlotte Flair here. No, we didn't get Charlotte Flair. We got the Blackheart. Natalya has joined Monday Night Raw. Maybe not the best addition, but it's a solid addition. She can provide, she can be like a veteran. She can be the veteran mentor in that locker room, just like Mickie James. I mean, that'll give you two veterans, to mentor the younger talent right there. So those young talents are going to benefit from the experience and knowledge that Natty and or Mickie, but you never know. Mickie could end up going to SmackDown Live tomorrow. You never know. I mean, that would really make MF a happy man because we all know how much MF loves Mickie James since day one. So we'll see. So, but nonetheless, speaking of Mickie James, she went up against Ember Moon. Ember Moon wins for 4 minutes and 38 seconds with the Eclipse. That was another 2-star bout for the most part. Yeah, it was only okay. It was more importantly, Ember won again and is off to a great start on the main roster. And Mickey's selling of the Eclipse was really great too. So I got a call cut out here. So, and then from there, we get another addition to Monday Night Raw. Or should I say additions? But we're going to try to dissect this. The show off, Dolph Ziggler, is on Monday Night Raw. Now I want to see this. I want to see the Dolph Ziggler who used to put on those great matches back in the day. I don't want to see the phone it in Ziggler, but I don't think we're going to be seeing that phone it in Ziggler anymore, especially after who he brought with him. Dolph was interrupted by Titus Worldwide, Titus O'Neil, Apollo, another MF favorite, Dana Brooke, and yeah, they did their skit. They tried to get Dolph to join Titus Worldwide, but Dolph said, hey, before you rudely interrupted me, I want to tell you all, I didn't come alone. Oh, no, he didn't come alone. He brought Drew McIntyre. Oh, okay. Drew McIntyre, the former NXT champion, the supposed chosen one. He's on Monday Night Raw. And, well, what else is there to say? I suppose we could call this a cutout segment as well. But I'm very happy that Drew McIntyre is getting the main roster call up. I can't really say I'm like over the moon that he's attached, that he's going to be working with Ziggler, because maybe they'll likely work a Shawn and Diesel dynamic so that Ziggler can continue to cosplay Shawn Michaels. But hopefully it's better than I expect it will be. I mean, Drew McIntyre could maybe be like somewhat of a henchman, like a bodyguard for Dolph Ziggler, like Big E Langston was once upon a time. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll give it a chance here. Roman Reigns, getting booed out of the building as always. He gets interrupted by Samoa Joe, and it was announced that Samoa Joe will face Roman Reigns at Backlash. Okay, Didi Woodson, any comment on this?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah, I got a feeling you guys probably want to call this cut out here too, but okay, I can understand that. The plan to get Reigns over is just to have Joe eviscerate Reigns on the mic, huh? Gotcha. Anyway, Joe was again awesome here. So then we had Natalya against Mandy Rose. Natalya wins 2 minutes and 45 seconds with the sharpshooter, another cutout. It could be Welcome to SmackDown Absolution. It would make a lot of sense considering that that Paige is the GM there. That's going to be an interesting dynamic if they go that route. Okay. You thought I was okay. A few moments ago, I went off about Breezango being on Monday Night Raw. Oh, I'm about to really go into Jesse mode here. You feed the bar to them. Really? Really? Our most dominant tag team over the last year, Sheamus and Cesaro, 4-time Raw Tag Team Champions. And you feed them to Breezango. Yeah, okay. I'll give this about 2 stars for the effort. It was an okay bout. Pointless and unnecessary and unacceptable to have the Bar lose ahead of their tag title match against Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt. But you feed them to Breezango. Yeah, way to kill their momentum. You just suck the charisma out of them. But we'll find out. And then, of course, we heard the news about Zack Ryder being moved to Monday Night Raw. Brock Lesnar will be on Raw next week with Paul Heyman when Raw goes to St. Louis. Mike Kanellis going to Raw. So, main event time. We have a 10-man tag team match here. We had The Miz Taraj, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn against Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley, and our final shakeup of the night, and far and away the biggest acquisition from Monday Night Raw, and the biggest and pretty much the only major loss for SmackDown Live. Monday Night Raw just got glorious. Can I get a hallelujah? Hallelujah.
Forget the hallelujahs. I'm pissed.
I knew you would be. How you like that, big boy? How you like that? And nonetheless, winners of the match in 22 minutes and 10 seconds, the babyface team, Braun Strowman with a running power slam on The Miz. Without question, far and away, this was the fight of the night. I'm going to give this about 3 to 3.5 stars. It was an overall good main event. They got a lot of time to work, and it provided a nice exit for The Miz as he heads off to as he goes back to SmackDown Live, and obviously the feud with Daniel Bryan. So yeah, I mean, everybody got a chance to shine. They got a lot of time to work, which is always a good thing. And fun main event, despite the fact that Bobby Roode, being the big mystery man, kind of felt a little flat to the crowd. But for me, I couldn't be any more happier. I mean, I wanted him last year, but unfortunately, he ended up going to SmackDown after SummerSlam and the whole 9 yards. Raw has a lot of talent, but I see some serious miscasting issues. I think Bobby Roode and Bobby Lashley would be much better as heels, and Drew McIntyre is a good heel, but a much stronger babyface. I mean, look what he did in Impact Wrestling a couple years ago, especially when he became the World Heavyweight Champion down there at the expense of our boy Matt Hardy. But it was hard to feel overwhelmed by the talent Raw received on this show. But when you combine it with Jeff Hardy's return and the NXT call-ups from last week, I still think my brand is in good shape. And meanwhile, SmackDown Live managed to somehow, some way, managed to keep their core players. And we'll be adding to that tomorrow night when we go to the Dunk tomorrow night. So here we go to Monday Night Raw. Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers, the Riot Squad, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, the Fashion Police, Breezango, Natalya, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre. Oh, the Ascension has been added to Monday Night Raw. Oh yeah, they've been part of the Burial Club for dear this long.
Yeah, that's what Didi Woodson just mentioned.
And don't forget the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. Well, Greg Hamilton won't be doing that anymore. I'll be handling that from now on. Zack Ryder, Mike Kanellis, the glorious Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, and Mojo Rawley. Those are our additions to SmackDown, to Monday Night Raw. So, yeah, so 3 to 3.5 for the main event, far and away the fight of the night. So, MF, I mean, you said we didn't do much tonight, but hey, at least we finally got one punch in the mouth to you. We took your glorious one.
Yeah, you did. And actually, there was actually another bomb that just went off a little while ago. Actually, not even documented on the show, but was lying in the weeds. WWE.com reporting Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf, is heading to Monday Night Raw as well. So, huh?
I just mentioned that.
Yeah, so, I mean, Corbin, we lose Corbin, we lose Bobby Roode. I mean, that's two body shots that you're gonna hate. But honestly, after everything that I heard, the rumors going around about possibly, I actually thought this was going to be Randy Orton. I honestly thought this was Orton that was going to go, not Roode. That it was a complete blindside hit. I was kind of bracing for it to be Randy Orton. I was like, okay, if this is probably going to be Orton because I've read on the dirt sheets all the rumors. So we're probably going to lose. We're probably going to lose Orton here. So I'm just going to have to be ready to take the hit. And then to hear the crowd reacting like, what's going on? And then I see the piano strum. I'm like, oh no, you got to be kidding me. And yep, once it was Bobby Roode, I'm gonna openly admit it, guys. I did my version of the Michael Fletcher. I did my version of the I can't take face, towel over the head, in sheer disbelief. We just lost Bobby Roode. SmackDown just lost Bobby Roode. I was so mad on this one. But hey, I wish him nothing but the best, man. Bobby was a great, he was a great talent when he was on SmackDown, and I wish him nothing but the best. It hurts me too because of the fact that if you really think about it, a year ago he got called up with great fanfare, great excitement. He became the United States champion, which was awesome, and he was definitely one of the few that really, one of the few bright spots on SmackDown Live. Even though I know rating wise and the quality of the shows were lagging, were suffering. But for me, out of all the guys that I'm gonna miss, or I really feel bad, or that's heartbreaking, this is the one that broke my heart. I mean, last year we got absolutely obliterated in the Superstar shakeup. I have to admit, this year not too many bombs went off, not too many landmines. We got stepped on. This was a landmine. This was a bomb, and we took this one right in the mouth, man. This one definitely caused a little blood to be drawn. So, all right, it's we're gonna have to wait and see what type of repercussions that hit took. But you know, I have all the faith in Paige. I have all the faith in Shane McMahon. I believe in them. I hope they turn around and give us something really good tomorrow night. That's all I'm saying. Good show. 3.5 stars for the main event. Fight of the night. Bobby Roode, thank you for your service on SmackDown Live. I'm going to miss you, man. I'm going to miss you. Mike Bullock, it's all yours. And by the way, Florio, I hope your boys treat him with the respect and the dignity of a Glorious, because he deserves it. We treated him pretty good on SmackDown. I hope he does not get buried on Raw or gets lost in the shuffle.
I have faith that one day he'll be a Universal Champion. That's how far I'm going to go. Bullock, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kurt Angle will treat him with the respect. Well, as far as Stephanie McMahon, well, that remains to be seen. I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, 3.5 stars in the main event. I mean, it was a good, solid way to close out Raw. And yeah, I mean, Bobby Roode on Monday Night Raw. I mean, yeah, I mean, what a move for them. So yeah, I mean, there's really nothing more that needs to be said. So yeah, so nothing more to say. Dee Woodson, Monday Night Raw just got glorious.
Yeah, that was a big surprise to me. I'm kind of with Fletch. I kind of thought it was going to be Orton, but no. Roode ends up going to Raw, and I agree with Florio on the rating. 3 to 3.5 stars. I'm curious, after seeing all the transfers so far to Raw, it kind of leaves a skeleton crew at SmackDown right now, but I'm kind of curious pretty much, what SmackDown's going to get out of this trade tomorrow, and, hopefully enough to, rebuild SmackDown, hopefully better than it was. But yeah, I don't have too much more to say about it. Just welcome to Raw Roode, and welcome to SmackDown Miz. So, Florio, it's all yours.
Well, in the case of Miz, it's welcome back to SmackDown there, Dee Woodson, nonetheless. But yeah, so now we're gonna get into our quick overall review of night 1 of the Superstar Shakeup, courtesy of Monday Night Raw. MF, you looked at the roster, you looked at the moves. So, overall thoughts on this show tonight in Hartford before we move on to the big show tomorrow night in our house.
If you think about it as the quality of the show itself, overall, I could give this about a 7 out of 10. I thought they did a good job. I think overall it could have been better. As far as a grade for Monday Night Raw with the talent that they got, I know Michael Cole was trying to be biased and he said it's an A+. I'm sorry, this was nowhere near an A+ draft. I mean, for them, they got 19 talents And if you really think about it, the majority of the talents are all mid-carders to virtual jobbers, for heaven's sakes. I think if you're a fan of Monday Night Raw, you're absolutely not happy right now. You're fearing the worst. Yes, Raw's talent it's unbelievable. I mean, they got all these people now, but remember, SmackDown is going to get a lot of them back. Right now, I count 19 new stars from either Raw, that went from SmackDown, or NXT, because remember, Drew McIntyre is an NXT product, and he went to Monday Night Raw. And that's another thing that we also got to remember. NXT could be prone here. They could get picked. They could get picked off the lot here. Some guys from 205 Live could get picked off the lot here. So there's still some moves and shakes and things that still needs to be done. So it's not just Monday Night Raw is going to get affected. NXT could get affected. 205 Live can get affected. So everybody's up for grabs right now, and we don't know how this is going to play out. So 6.5 out of 10 is my official rating for Raw tonight. But as far as the grade for the Raw and how they did in the Superstar Shakeup, I got to say about B- to a C. I mean, I thought they kind of swung and missed on a lot of them. Owens and Zayn, that was more of a signing, not a Superstar Shakeup move, so we can't count that. And a lot of them, Jinder Mahal, Riot Squad, Breezango, Zack Ryder, Connor Victor, Ascension, Mojo Rawley, Mike Canales, Chad Gable. I mean, these are mid-card guys. There's really no big name except Drew McIntyre. I could probably say Baron Corbin. I think he could really get a nice bounce back on Raw. And obviously, Bobby Roode was the biggest one. That was the gut shot of the night. Other than that, as a fan of SmackDown Live, we did not lose any of the heavy hitters on our show. So for me, moral victory. The only one that I'm kind of a little teed off about is Bobby Roode going bye-bye. But other than that, 6.5 out of 10 for the rating for tonight's show. And as far as a letter grade for Raw, how they did, B- to a C. Just my personal thoughts only. Mike Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, I'm going to give it about 6.5 out of 10. I mean, I thought it was a good show for what it was worth. And as far as the rating for the Superstar Shakeup, I have to give it a B. So, yeah, there's really nothing more to say. Dede Woodson, I give it to you.
Yeah, I pretty much kind of agree with the rating. Yeah, the shakeup, very interesting. Not impressive, but very interesting. We'll see, just how SmackDown retaliates to it. But as far as any more coming from SmackDown to Raw, I haven't seen any more, so I'm thinking they're probably done for the night. But yeah, this has been a big first night, and just think we have another night of this where now Raw is going to find out what kind of damage they're going to get as a hit. So not much more I had to say about it. I mean, it was a okay show. The focus was more on the trades than the actual show, in my opinion. So yeah, I'll toss it over to Florio, and I'm going to get ready to head out here in a minute.
Well, Dede, before you go, we want to make sure you stick around for just a little bit, because in just a moment, MF's going to have a special announcement regarding this week's edition of the Cerebral Smack Talk. So you might want to listen for that. So,
Okay.
all right. So I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. I'm just gonna call it like I see it. It was basically a carbon copy of last week's show. The only difference is last week's show was better because of the call-ups and the IWC crowd in New Orleans. I gotta say this was more like a 6 to 6.5. I think 7's a little too steep if I'm gonna be honest with you. We only had like what 2, maybe 3 quality matches on this show. This episode of Raw was a perfectly solid show with a lot of interesting moves that, while they do help Raw, also help out SmackDown Live by getting rid of guys that really had nothing to do creatively. So, yeah, you got The Miz coming back, which is great. So, possibly Jeff Hardy goes. Maybe Seth Rollins goes. I hope we don't lose Rollins. I mean, Seth Rollins, remember, was the number 1 overall draft pick of Monday Night Raw in the draft a couple years ago. So we're gonna have to, see what happens there. Could this be the night we get Sanity? Could we get Andrade Almas? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But Absolution, maybe Finn Balor. Could Slater and Rhino go back? Maybe the Good Brothers, Balor Club. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But as a fan of Monday Night Raw, I'm okay with some of the moves. So, I mean, I love getting Bobby Roode, Drew McIntyre, Ziggler. I'll give him another chance, even though my patience is wearing thin with that one, but we'll see. Owens and Zayn, homecoming for them. We'll see what happens. And I love having Natty in the Riot Squad. And the others, But my dark horse is Chad Gable. Watch for him. He's improved leaps and bounds. So happy to have that young man on Raw. And if we can get Jordan back from injury soon, maybe we could get an American Alpha reunion. Sign me up if we get it. I would love to see Alpha back together. That would be awesome. Maybe in the summer. We'll see. So 6.5 out of 10. I'm not doing Tony's Take this week. MF has also agreed not to do Mikey's Mindset because I feel this week should be all about the Superstar shakeup on both shows. And honestly, going into tomorrow night, as a Raw guy, I'm scared to death because I got a feeling SmackDown's going to clean up tomorrow night. So, oh boy, I better prepare for the worst. So with all that being said, we're going to put the ball on this. But before we do, MF, I understand you have a special announcement regarding this week's edition of the Cerebral Smack Talk.
Because of the fact that tomorrow night, myself, Anthony Florio, and Michael Bullock are going to be at the SmackDown live show in Providence at the Dunkin' Donuts Center, we have agreed, and the producers has given me the okay to do this, to do a special Wednesday night edition of the Cerebral Smack Talk, 10:30 Eastern on Braves Fan 95. As aforementioned, SmackDown, we will be covering SmackDown Live only. And we will give our thoughts on the SmackDown side of the Superstar shakeup. And, well, we'll wait and see what happens. How is SmackDown going to counter what Raw has just done? Is it going to be a big fight? Is it going to be a big moment? We'll find out soon enough. One thing's for sure, it's going to be quite an evening. So, with that said, we will see you guys tomorrow night, well, on Wednesday night, 10:30 Eastern, Braves Fan 95. Anthony, take it home.
All right, we'll do MF. So, like I said, keep an eye out on my social media, MF social media, maybe Michael Bullock's social media, especially you, D.D. Woodson, and all of you out there. So you can, because we're gonna have several photos and/or videos on either our Facebook or Instagram of our experiences at SmackDown Live tomorrow night. Myself, MF, Michael Bullock, and our good friends Megan Silva and Adam Mitchell will be joining us as well. So it's going to be a fun night, to say the very least. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a big night. And, we had the time of our lives at Raw in December with the Women's Royal Rumble announcement. What are we going to have in store with SmackDown Live in the second half of the Superstar shakeup? MF, if I were you, I'd be grinning like the damn Cheshire Cat boy, because I think your boys and gals over there tomorrow night are going to do some serious cleaning. I think you're going to do a major cleanup tomorrow night. So be prepared for the best while this Raw guy prepares for the worst. So I got a feeling SmackDown's going to be the big winner tomorrow night. We'll see. So,
Well, a lot of people believe that in the last Superstar shakeup that Raw was the big winner
amen to that.
over SmackDown Live. So maybe this is the mea culpa moment where SmackDown Live finally gets the shot in the arm, and maybe once again, you've been begging and you've been harping about getting that equal balance, that battle where no longer it's just one show better than the other, that two equals and we have fair competition. I think what's going to happen tomorrow night is we're going to see a lot of talent because you picked off 19 people from our crew, or 19 total talents heading your way. That means we need to get at least a chunk of that back just to level it out. And then how many do we get? How many are we cherry picking? Because remember, it sounds like we might be raiding the NXT closet more than the WWE closet. So hopefully we don't kill the NXT crew either with what they're gonna do tomorrow night. So we'll see.
Indeed, we shall. It's gonna be a great night tomorrow. We're looking forward to it. So that's it.
Yeah, and could you imagine if Andre Cien Almas goes to SmackDown Live with Zelina Vega, and we're there for that?
You're gonna have to hose MF down if that happens.
Oh, I'm gonna have to hold Fletcher back.
Oh, I mean, a week ago, we had Selena. Oh, man, are you kidding me? Peyton Royce, Zelina Vega, both on the same show at the same time.
And Becky
God,
Lynch.
oh God, yeah,
I might have to
yeah.
bring a hose with me.
Yeah. There's gonna be more. It's gonna be more than you're gonna need more than just one if that happens. And now
I'll bring a whole
there
bag
was
of ice with me.
yeah. Thanks.
All right. Okay, gentlemen. We'll talk more about that.
We're good.
Tonight. So there's nothing really more to say here. So that's Wednesday night at 10:30, MF Channel Brace Fan 95 for our special Wednesday edition of the Cerebral Smack Talk, and then from there, 10:30 on Friday night, we got a very short docket this week for Strictly Sports. Jeff Hornacek fired as the head coach of the New York Knicks. Of course, the big story: Dez Bryant released by the Dallas Cowboys. Rob Gronkowski missing OTAs, and we're gonna close it out with the first of many Major League Baseball power rankings this season. So a good 4 months worth of power rankings until we get ready to start football coverage in, right around the end of August into September. So it's all moving so fast here, friends. So that's it. So until Wednesday night for the Cerebral Smack Talk, it's your ridiculously over good brother Anthony Florio here for good old MF Michael Fletcher, for the phenom Michael Bullock, the Twisted Angel Didi Woodson, and in spirit Derek Ferreira. You know the routine, everybody. Thumbs up. Talk to you later. Yeah. Throw it up Fortune 4 style. Bye for now, my friends. God bless. Be good to each other. Have a blessed Tuesday. I know MF Bullock and I will, especially tomorrow night. So, yes, indeed. So, remember, no matter what anyone tells you, wrestling is indeed actually real. For everybody who's been a part of this one, for now, Anthony Florio, so long and bye, everybody. Bye.